안녕하세요. And namaste, my friend. I hope you're doing well, because I am. And today, luckily, I'll be showcasing my jewelry collection. So, it's probably going to be a little longer, but I hope you don't mind that. So just sit back, sit back, sit back, relax, 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 and enjoy. So, I got this request from Kanaki, who is quite talented herself. I gotta give her some credit. But she asked me to make a video on my collection. But I had just ordered this. This chain, and I was like, okay, I'll do your request, but you gotta be patient, because then I'll have even more jewelry to show. And in one of my previous videos, I had my old necklace on, and I was kind of like, the reason why I got this is because I wanted a necklace that I could wear on the outside of my shirts, because I didn't really like wearing a gun. I'll show you in just a second by what I mean. So that's why I got this. And at first I thought it's kind of small, I thought it was going to be a little bigger on the pictures, but honestly, it's really growing on me. Pun intended, but I have this bowl. Which is quite heavy. Now, I do not know what kind of wood this is. My instinct tells me that it looks like mangrove, but it's probably far from that. And in this bowl, which it's really difficult to show what's inside of it, because it's just going to fall all over the place, so I'll show it to you one by one. And I'll start off with the necklace I was rocking for the longest time. Sadly, I don't have my very old necklaces that I was wearing when I first started wearing necklaces, but they are just some like cheap ones I like found from my sister or something. But then I was like, hey, necklaces are pretty cool. And so it's by Mxdvs, which is also a pretty sick brand, but their items are quite expensive, but they're pretty good quality. I mean, this well, hypnotization. It's basically just a Tech 9. It says Mxdvs on the mag, and it's super detailed. I mean, for a pendant, it's really detailed. And this is a limited edition. I think they made like 100 of these. And so on the tag right here, it reads Mxdvs, obviously, but it says first edition 2021. So that's when I got this. 3 years. And ever since I got it, I've just been wearing it ever since. But as I said, I would always just wear it tucked in because I didn't really want to like I didn't want people to already judge me more than they do. But anyway, that's a whole different topic. And I mean, it does sound kind of ridiculous, you should. I'm an avid believer of, living in a way that it doesn't really matter what other people think about you, but, sometimes there's just certain things that are smarter to do or to hide from other people. Anyway, another one of my OGs. Twojeys. I think this was actually, I had bought this necklace before I had bought that Mxdvs Tech 9. This was, as I said, when I was really getting into jewelry. And besides the pouch looking very nice, this piece, let me tell you, look at that fat clip. So this guy, obviously, super hefty. You gotta really wear it with caution, cause it does add quite some. It'll add like a pound to your neck, but it's super dope. Definitely gotta whip out this guy more, but usually it's rather for special occasions. And then next up, I guess I'll show you the necklaces first. And then I'll move on to my rings. Ornamentous jewelry or studio. I had sorry, I'm blanking. The things that you put on your wrist. And it was like similar to this. And I was wearing it for 2 to 3 years, but then it sadly broke. But it was very nice. So I still have the pouch. But nowadays I just put like something else in it. Now this is from Trash Gang. It's just a scythe. You know, scythes are pretty cool. But this is probably one of the cheapest, at least production-wise, cheapest items. Nevertheless, I mean, it does look quite cool, but very inconvenient to wear. And you don't really, or at least I didn't really know, or I wasn't aware, I should say. I wasn't aware about the convenience of jewelry items, because when you're wearing a necklace, let's say you're wearing this guy, right? And you're doing your day-to-day things, you know, whenever you're like leaning forward or moving around, it might get in your way, and sometimes it's kind of uncomfortable. So you really gotta factor that aspect in. That's why I think people who are wearing like a lot of jewelry in general, you don't really feel their pain if you haven't gone through that. And that's why I respect those people even more. There's some people who are rocking 5 chains, so many rings, and I just know I couldn't do that, but it looks phenomenal, so I'm just a simpleton when it comes to that kind of stuff because I really hate things like getting in my way and not having, or like being taken rid of my like ease of access. And sometimes, whenever you're trying to throw a fit or trying to look a certain kind of way, it does come with a cost, but at the end it makes it so much more worth it. Moving on. Probably my most expensive purchase. There's nothing in it. No, but rough Simmons. I had been following them for quite a long time, and they had this tote bag, and it was like, it said the struggler on it, and it was like a guts themed tote. But I didn't order one, which I did regret now, because I would like to have a nice bag, but there aren't really any that catch my fancy. But that's beside the point, because check out this beauty. So, as an Evangelion fan, of course I had to get the Ray Ayanami necklace. And whenever they teased this, I already knew, like, oh well, I guess there goes my wallet, but so worth it. And following this release, they also had a Guts necklace, which is basically like Guts' back profile, and I think he's carrying his sword, his dragon slayer, and it's like his cape, and so the front would be just like flat, so it sits on your chest. But again, with a pendant this big, it's bound to get in your way. But I mean, just look at the detailing. You know, look at her face. And, I mean, just her body in general. Definitely one of my favorites. And then I think at the same time that I ordered my first necklace, I was also looking into rings. So there you go. My first ring right there. Just a bone hand. Quite sick, honestly. And I got this together with this barbed wire themed ring too, and just a simple black slim, and on the inside it says never give up. So I ordered these 3 online. And then this one I found, I think it's from my mom. It makes quite a good pinky ring, which I feel like most people who wear rings do overlook a good pinky ring. So I'm very glad I found this because I quite like it. And then my latest ring that I got. I think actually this one might be from Ornamentus Studios too, but I'm not too sure. It would make sense though. It's a butterfly, and if you look closely, it's got the face of a skull inside of it. You can see the two eyes, and the little nose hole right there. Super sick, but I don't wear a lot of rings anymore. I think if I would, then it would definitely be, or I would be approaching it from a less is more kind of mindset. So I might do like something like this, or with this ring, I used to be able to put it on my thumb, but I think since I've built some muscle and gained some weight over the years I've owned this, I can't put it on my thumb anymore. So you also gotta think about that kind of stuff, factoring those aspects in whenever you're making a purchase. Or I guess you don't really have to try that hard, but just have it in the back of your mind. See, this one only fits my pinky. So, and then with the sizing, see, this one's way too big for my ring finger. So I can really just go on my index or my middle finger, I think. I'm gonna try it. But looks like this ring is kind of stuck to my finger here. So I'll just keep it on for now. So this was the packaging that this necklace came in. So, I hope you could enjoy the video. Thank you again to Kanaki for requesting it. I always enjoy, showing off whatever things I have. And I'll tell you, this ring seems to be stuck, but anyway. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you did. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, or a pleasant evening. And I hope that you know that you are loved and appreciated. But anyway, looks like I'm gonna have to lube up. I'll see you very soon. Love you.